Hi guys, welcome back to Dutch Modeling. Another inbox review, which you used to be by now. It's a IBG models, their new Scammell Pioneer R100 artillery tractor in 1:35 scale, and the box number is 35030. A nice in action with much splashing all around depiction of the artillery tractor. The nice brown and green camo from the British. So on the side we got some write-up, or not even write-up, just an explanation in German, Russian and English, that you shouldn't be under 14 because of small parts. There's another one, there's this Pioneer SV2S heavy breakdown tractor. I've done a review of this one already. Then they also got the Bedfold QLD General Service and the KTO Rosmark Polish APC. It is made in Poland. And more right up, and here's a picture or a drawing of the finished and camoed up vehicle. And this is more the side. So let's open the box. Let's see what's in it. So we got a couple of screws. Put these on the side. And the box is empty. Got the clear parts here. Let's start with them. We got a pretty big photo sheet and decal sheet. Put it on the side. The instructions, and this is, I like that they do this. It's a small poster format of the box art. I love this. Let's start with the instructions as per usual. They do color callouts in Vallejo Model R, Attaca, Mr. Hobby H, Mr. Hobby C, Live Color and AK Interactive. And if you use other colors, of course you can just use any hobby converter on your smartphone nowadays and see what they use. Overview of the photo edge and the decals. And here are overview of the frames, screws, and they are not numbered. Yeah, well, they are, but you cannot read them, so that's a bit of a shame. Well, you see it, so it's not that hard. They start with the wheels in these CAD drawing instructions. 3-part wheels, as you can see. Tires are 1 part, and you make 3 of each. And you have to make, when you add the rims, you have to check the direction that the thread goes, so you know which one is where. Step 2, you fold a piece of photo edge. No clue what for yet. Well, okay. Step 3 is you assemble the gas tank, the diesel tank. And here step 4, you do the partially photo etched basket for underneath the driver's seat. Then the engine. It's a multi-part. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. About 15 parts. That's what you see here. That's one engine. And then you're gonna continue adding parts to the engine here. So it's pretty decent. Multi-part radiator. Then you go to the rear axle. It's also a lot of parts, as you can see. I have no clue. It looks completely glued, so this won't be movable. No, this won't. Yeah, maybe you can make it movable. Need to have to check when I'm building this. I don't know yet. But looks this, you need to glue everything so this won't be movable. So you make sure you got it level when you glue it down. The front axle, as well, everything is glued down. The chassis, multi-part again. This is the finished product. And here you can see where to add everything. Then the front, where the radiator and the lights are being attached. And a little bit of photo edge bending, sorry. still a little bit of a cold. And you really need to make sure you got photo edge with plastic in between sandwiched. So this is a bit messy. Back to the rear, parts of the hoist, or the hoist, not the winch, sorry. Rear bumper, the rear rollers. There's 1, 2, and everything. More photo edge bending. Sorry for that. The winch itself. Got more parts. The transmission. And step 18 is, this is a little bit fuzzy. The winch, the transmission, and the engine being placed in the chassis. Front axle is being placed. The steering rod and the exhaust system. The rear axle is being placed. The fuel tank is being placed. The air cylinder is being placed here. Drivetrain there. And then you start on the rear deck. It's wood. I'm curious how the wood grain looks. Yeah, this is all work on the sides and the rear and the front of the rear deck, as you can see here. It's the underside of the rear deck. More work on the deck here. All small stuff, parts, ladders and the works. This is a winch or a girder with a will be a winch later on it to hoist up and down heavy stuff on the roof. This is the wall between the front, the cab and the rear. These are the headrests for the driver and the passengers. This is the cabin's floor bed. It's with the very intricate shifter and all the levers and everything here, as you can see. Firewall with the front window. Fire extinguisher and all small stuff goes on. And they got a pedal on there already. Yeah, the rear here, or bottom, front, one side. Seats are being made up here, as you can see. In place. This is how it's supposed to look when you're done. And everything goes on, including then the steering wheel, the steering shaft and the steering wheel. And it's all been placed. Then the engine cover is going up here, the bonnet, the hood, the rear of the cab, the other door is going on as well. This is the holder for the fenders on the front, and the mirrors go on as well. Then they move in with some tools, the filter, the sides of the engine compartment. If you want to put them on or not, I probably wouldn't, because you wouldn't be able to see the engine if you put both sides on, so that would be a shame. You can see here it's completely enclosed, and if you do it, then why do all the work on the engine? And the basket for underneath there. The back goes up, then some weapons, side doors, windows, fenders, again engine, wheels, roofs, back wheels. I have no clue what this is for. Well, it attaches the upper and the lower parts. And more wheels to another fender, and more PE parts here that move in there. Really not visible. And this is what it's supposed to look like when you're done. Like I said, I would keep these sides off So you got a clear view on your engine. See the work done. You might even keep the doors off if you want to really see the interior, but that's all up to you. And then you got multiple camo schemes. This is the Scammell from the 52nd Bedfordshire Yeomanry Heavy Regiment Royal Artillery of the 3rd British Corps of British Expeditionary Forces in France, 1940. This is from the 61st Medium Regiment Royal Artillery of the 1st Corps of British in France, 1940. Sorry. This is the Scammell from the 18th Battery, 56th Heavy Regiment, 2nd Army Group Royal Artillery, Italy, December 1943. And then we have the 32nd, once again the Bedfordshire Yeomanry Heavy Regiment Royal Artillery of the British 2nd Army French, September 1944. And here we got the unidentified Luftwaffe ground unit in Crete, 1943. Would think there would be something like a swastika on this, on the top, so that the Germans wouldn't bomb it. But it's just me. I probably got some of that. So those are the instructions. Very detailed. Good. Here are the. This is all sealed, so I have to cut it open. The decals, printed by Tecmod. Doesn't ring a bell, but they look good. They are very, very shiny. There's not a lot of carrier film. And it's very, yeah, they look good. They really look good. You can see everything is readable. And nice. Even the smaller details there you can see. It's nicely done. Those look good. Yeah. And let's see. There's the opening. The photo etch. Ooh, this is thin. It looks like it's made by IBG himself, but I got the feeling that I know this. I think somebody else makes this. Don't know who. But it's under the name of IBG, so yeah, looks nice. It's very moldable, as you can see. You can hear it. So yeah, looks good. We'll see what happens when we work with it. And then here the clear parts in a resealable bag. I always like that. Yeah, the clear parts are just that, very clear. You can see almost no deformation there. Those are the front windows. So yeah, you can. Those are the smaller ones. So that is also good. Let's go to the sprues. Okay, this one, these are a double. Use put them back, open one. These are heat sealed bags. Very crispy plastic. You can hear it. I'm not gonna put those back in there. These are the axle parts, some weapons, hubcaps, seats or headrests, small stuff. The trigger part of the guns is molded close, that's a shame. detail is a little bit, there's a little lacking, I would almost say. There it is, almost, it's soft. It's a shame. And that's what I meant with the guns. It's closed up. I'm guessing it's pretty hard to get that open through. That's one. Then we got the rims. Oh. Stress marks almost everywhere, from the ejector pin marks inside, which you won't have trouble with, but firestones. Well, they look good. This has a lot of mistakes in it, this one. It should be filled up with pins in here, and they're just almost all missing. So this is short shot, miscast. See if the other one has it as well. Yep, this one has it as well. One, two, three. Check the. See there. The smaller bolts on the outside and the bigger bolts on the inside. The same with that one. Same with that one. Not with that one. That one had holes all over it. So what I'm going to do now is just check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So you don't need those. And it doesn't have a spare tire, I think. Does it say if you need everything? Ah, okay, they made these grey, so you're not going to use these. They are probably going to be in the tank transporter as the spare wheel or something like that. Okay, so you don't need that one, luckily. So that's good. But still, there are a lot of stress marks everywhere. You can. There are all the white spots everywhere there in the points. I don't think they will come up if you paint it, but still. That's a good point. This is all small stuff. No clue, all just fillers. This looks good all. No flash whatsoever. Again, some stress marks on the smaller parts. Next to the wheels, we have the wheels, so we're going to do the tires now. I'm getting a resealable bag. They're nice if you can get them open. I got pretty big fingers, so I'm just going to take one out. They're all the same, so they're hard. You have to see. Yeah, so they gotta run or like that. Some cleanup. I don't know if you have to get those out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, these are locator pins, so you need to keep those in. Those are locating pins. You need to keep those in, but you have to clean that out. So. And this is the thread. So you have to sand that up again also, because this is very new, but that's normal. You have to do that with every kit. Next up, I'm not going to use that again. These are parts for the rear. This is the chassis. These are parts for the rear, parts for the rear, it's all wood. And there is no wood grain whatsoever. That's a shame. It's a very big shame. The detail on both sides. No awkwardly placed ejected pin marks, no flash. That's all good. But it's missing the wood grain. And it for almost completely wooden rear. Yeah, that's kind of a deal. See, or not can see, those are the girders for the chassis. And just turn it around so you can see the other side. Again, no wood texture whatsoever. And like I said, the entire rear back is made out of wood. This is the back of the cab. What happened here? The roof, floor, sides. This is the wall between the cab, I think. I'm not sure. And all small stuff again. And again, no wood grain. And here is the same. No, they do have the nail heads. They do have that and the ball heads and everything. So that's good. But they completely missed out on the wood grain. Yes, I'm gonna make a thing out of this. See, further it looks good. The detail is good. It's just the inside as well. There's not a lot of detail on the inside here. We had this one already. Next sprue. This is the engine. Oh, this is completely warped. You can see because of this. This is bad. I hope it doesn't affect the parts. The block. This is front axle. The fuel tank. Exhaust manifolds, also vent belts and small stuff. I get this is hard to place otherwise, but this really screwed up the sprue. Detail on the engine aren't bad. Could be a welding texture around the step on the fuel tank. So, and yeah, well, the parts are sticking up. And then the stupid thing is, this is all up, and you got these small parts here. They're sticking down. They're sticking out on that side, and those sticking out. Why not put them Well, that's not what we're here about. The engine, the block. Manifolds, fuel tank. The girders for the front axle, the steering axle. All small stuff there. It's the filter. See? Yeah, this is... I hope that doesn't get a problem, because that's really bent. And this one is not as bad, but still. We'll see. Leaf spring suspension, air cylinders. This is for the seats, for the winch system, parts for the engine, exhaust. Yep. See, 2-part cylinders. That's the exhaust pipe there. We're done already. They're small sprues all in all. There are no big ass sprues. So it's kind of nice. Second to last. See, this is up, it's still straight, so it's really that sprue. Doors, wood, no, roof, floor of the Scammell cabin. Again, this is wood, and there's no wood texture. They're rivets, but they're really flat. This is the front firewall. There are some ejector pin marks, but you won't be seeing them because you're gonna glue stuff up there, so that's not bad. This is looks like the arm of a crane. I don't know what this is. I would say it's the arm of a crane, but I don't think this one has a crane. Oh, this is probably part of the breakdown tractor, so you're probably not going to use this one. Door sides. Oh, you cannot leave the sides out. Okay. You have to, well, these are doors, you cannot leave them out, or you have to cut them off. That's a shame. Yeah, they're molded on. Yep. No real detail on the inside. So, I'm just going to see it this way. There's the floor of the cab. The driver sitting here. This will be the driver's part. The roof. The side doors, or the doors. It's the front again. And you don't need that one. That's part of the winch system, those triangle parts. And the other parts. Whatever you want it to be. Fenders, multi-part. Radiator. This is for the winch, hood, radiator parts. Sides for the engine, front axle. Part of the steering installment. And all small stuff furthermore. There are no locator pins on the radiator, so think it's good guess for when you got it in the right position when you glue it down. It's a bit of a shame. Or you just gonna drop that one in first and that one on top. That's also possible, you don't know. The other part of the radiator is the side door for the back part. Fenders, yep. It's the part of the winch system. That's radiator, door, side door panels of the engine cap, which I would leave off personally. You know, small stuff there. So, only one more screw to go. Which is steering wheel, transmission housing, road wheel, shovel, all kinds of small stuff furthermore. Kind of missed the exhaust. I probably missed that altogether. Yep. All small generic stuff except for this one and the steering wheel. See, it's all straight, no flash. There's the exhaust. And there's the steering wheel. Just straight, no finger grips or nothing, so. Okay. That's that. Done. The IBG models, Scammell Pioneer R100 artillery tractor 135, kit number 35030. Yeah, looks good. Lacking a little bit of detail, especially, like I said, this is wood. All the flooring, everything is wood. There's not a single inch of wood grain on there, and that's a shame, a really big shame. To be honest, again, the bottom of the cab is wood, but then again the doors are molded on, so you cannot really look inside, which also is a shame. But all in all, I hope that warping doesn't do too much damage if that one sprue, as you saw, or those two sprues. I hope that straightens itself a little bit. But yeah, all in all, not too shabby build. Won't take too long. I did miss those though. Do draw them in, but they're not in the kit. At least I didn't see them. Let's say that. Just check on his final. Just see them now. So let's see what the instructions say. The finished model. Nope. See, something here, but not above the doors. So. It's a shame again. You have to make something yourself because they need to be there. They came with the actual vehicle, so you need to figure out something with that. So. Yeah, this is the IBG models one. So I'm surprised I will have the Thunder models one coming in very soon. Any day now, I'm expecting. I'm gonna do a review of that, and then I'm gonna do as much as possible a side by side. Or a IBG versus Thunder models review as well. I just finished the Scammell tank transporter by Thunder models, and if that's anything to go through, they win. But We have to see how the Arty tractor comes out. I'm not expecting anything bad, so we'll see what happens, and they get an honest review as anybody else. So I hope you like this one. Let me know, subscribe if you haven't already, and look me up on Patreon as well. Bye bye.